Just like to set the atmosphere, family, we're going to get started. We got a couple more minutes, family. We're going to jump right into the science, Moors. Give us a couple more minutes and we're going to dig into it. I hope everybody having a good Sunday. We're going to jump right into this science. We just had to purify some things to get our mental state right. We got about 2 more minutes and we're going to jump into it, Moors. Be patient with me and we're going to get started. It's Sunday. Peace, 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 family. Peace, family. Let's jump into this wisdom. Purify my brothers and sisters. We got 1 more minute and we're going to jump into the wisdom. So be patient. Peace, family. Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, family. Peace, family. Peace, family. Peace, family. "20 more seconds. 20 more seconds, family. We're going to get into this wisdom. 20 more seconds, family. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, family. Peace, 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 family. Peace, family. Let's jump into this wisdom. Let's jump into this wisdom, man. It's that time. We have to purify the atmosphere. I hope everybody doing good today. Hope everybody feeling good today. Peace to all my brothers and sisters. And peace to all the true light seekers, man. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, 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 family. Let me go bless my Empress real fast. She like, I forgot to do her. So give me 1 second and we gonna dig. Here I come, babe. All right, all right. We about to dig, family. It's gonna be a good one. I'm feeling great this morning. I'm feeling great this morning. I hope you all are too. But a lot of times I don't share a lot of my personal information, man, with my brothers and sisters. Some that know me personally know my brother was taken out the body in 2006 by, I got to tell the truth, by a Negro, black, or colored. So I don't get caught up in color, man. Being the Moors, understanding who you are, understanding the God within, understanding your nationality. And that's where it stops for me. You know what I mean? We got to stop that hate, Moors, and get into spreading love and get into understanding what the Circle 7 Quran is all about and understanding the essence of the biblical scriptures. Because a lot of us were taught wrong. Not by someone outside of us, but by our own family and our own so-called ministers of the truth. So we got to keep that right, man. Nothing is hidden from us. Everything can be found. But yeah, Morris, I'll show you a picture of my brother. I'll show you a picture of my brother. Like I said, I don't share too much, but I feel so great, you know, and I understand, and he's in me now. And it's been an honor to keep him alive inside of me. But this is a picture of my baby brother. This is him right here, right there. That's me. He was taken off the earth in 2006. You know, so like I tell brothers, I'm like, I don't be around Moors that's not spiritual. If you're not spiritual, I can't deal with you because we're fighting this physical battle in the spiritual world. And if you're not a spiritual being, if your whole essence is not spiritual, I don't deal with you. There's too many Moors talking about, oh, I don't deal with that. I deal with civics. Well, you're not a true Moor. Don't you? Do you know what Moor is all about? Do you know the initials of what Moor mean? Some of us don't. Some of us, didn't our prophet tell us, if you wanted European sheiks, Albion sheiks, I'll give them to you. I see too many Moors running the court systems and they don't even know law. They don't even know law. And it's laughable. It's laughable, man. So that was just a picture of my baby brother, man. I wanted to share with the world, man. But before we even get into the prayer, into the teaching, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to go on multiple platforms and teach and teach history, teach law, teach agriculture, teach civics. So it's an honor and a privilege to be able to do that. Greetings, Empress. I was just showing with my brothers and sisters a picture of my brother that was taken off the earth in 2006. When I say I deal with this physical world in a spiritual essence. If Moors are not spiritual, that's why I don't deal with them. Brothers are always dissing something because they don't understand it, and that's not science. More science is about holy and divine creed. More science is about holy and divine creed. There's too many Moors going around talking about I'm dealing with civics like they so privileged, like somebody owe you something. Being a Moor is just nationality. You got to understand the essence and the synchronicity of the triple rows of the adapt chamber. We don't diss nothing. Christianity or Islam, if you go deeper and if you research ancient history, then you should understand about Zoroastrianism. That's before Islam and Christianity. That's what the prophet studied. The prophet studied everything. He was a teacher just like myself. He wasn't God, a lot of Moors say, in the flesh. He was a Messiah. And if we understand what Messiah is, they say hi to you, babe. Hi. And if you understand what a Messiah is, then you got to understand that it's Messiahs in the flesh. We are maps. A Messiah is someone that take us from point A to point B. A Messiah, you know his name, you know his family, you know his wife, you examine a man's life. You be getting connotated in scriptures, talk about, oh, his name is too holy for us to pronounce. That's bull crap. If he's a Messiah and if he's your brother, you know his name. So we got to get out this spookism, man, with people spreading lies to us. But this is a picture of my baby brother that was taken off the earth in 2006. And I got to tell the truth by a Negro, black, or color. That's why I don't get into that. I get into the essence of it. And my brother is in my heart. And he tells me to go strong and go hard and be passionate about everything that I do. That's why I'm so dedicated. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why I fact check everything. And brothers putting titles on themselves. And then they don't want to admit when they're wrong. We got to get out of this fad thing, just adapting to things because some may have money or some may be entertainers. Those are not scholars. Those are not your teachers. What makes a person a scholar and a teacher and a historian just because they have money and they have no history of studying? You know, so this is just a picture of my baby brother, man. That's why I say I fight this physical world in a spiritual battle. That's why I'm spiritual, man. And if any more say they're not spiritual, I'm not dealing with them. That's period. I don't deal with Moors because you got a fez and a turban on and you're not exhuming a spirituality. You're not honoring your mother and your father. You're not honoring our Asiatic women. Without the woman, there would be no us. Don't we know this? Without our women, it wouldn't be no us. It wouldn't be no us. When I explained that the woman is Mayat, the garden that produced food and life. Don't we understand that? We got to get this right, man. We are Muslims, and Muslim is a whole essence of things. Words have duality, and I got to say this, and most Moors, they don't even study. They just go around with a fez and a turban on. They don't even know what the Circle 7 Quran is all about. They say it's written in code. What code? English? And then they diss the biblical scriptures. They talk about, oh, this some white man book. That's bullcrap. The biblical scriptures prove that the Asiatic man, that the Asiatic woman is the father of civilization. I prove it over and over and over and over and over. And as you get into older readings and older writings, the 1599 Geneva Bible clearly speaks of Moors. All in the scriptures in Jeremiah, it doesn't say Ethiopian or nothing. It says Moor. It says Moor. Y'all know that. One of the greatest poets, Shakespeare, Othello the Moor. So Moors just your nationality. And that's where it stops for me. But Moors, you can't make somebody follow under your religious dogma. Talk about you some al-Islam. That's bullcrap. And Moorish science has nothing to do about your religion. In Moorish science, we say Allah, that's arm, leg, arm, head. That's manifestation of yourself. When we say Islam, that's I, self, law, and master. That's manifestation of yourself. And the Nation of Islam know this. I'll show you the documents. They had ID cards, man. Fire Muhammad gave out ID cards in Detroit and Chicago. But my thing is, why do we have to go with somebody outside of ourselves to teach us who we are? Somebody talk to me. Man, Noble Drew Ali, this man was known all through the history books of Moors. If you do a little research, you will see the documents. I give you the documents. That's why I'm passionate about what I say. I'm tired of brothers and sisters that have their suffix L's and B's dissing the Science Temple. Everything is a type. And if the type is not right, then you must stand on it. But if you haven't been to a temple, and if you don't know a Moor that's nationalized the right way, you need to shut that down. Noble Drew Ali set the temple up a right way with an affidavit. We are a religious organization. We have a 501c3, just like my school, the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. We have a 501c3. You got to understand why he signed it with an affidavit. This is public information. You got to understand why Moors were appointed as sheiks and not elected. Y'all got to know this. Noble Drew Ali taught this. Moors got to study this. They throwing away their biblical scriptures, and the Circle 7 Quran clearly speaks about the 18 mission years of Yeshua's life. You got to understand why he gave Jesus, because that's what Negroes knew. That's what Negroes knew. I'm telling you. The Circle 7 Quran is built off a lot of ancient scriptures. You got the Apocryphal scriptures, which is the Aquarian Gospels. You have our Rosicrucian text. If I got all this stuff pulled out, let me see. I got my Rosicrucian text. It's somewhere. It's one of my blue books. I just like to show and improve when I do teachings more. Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry.
You got it.
Yes, ma'am. Our Circle 7 Quran, this literature right here, that most Moors don't even understand from the front and back. When I talk about the Hebrew God, when I talk about chapter 11, verse 43 in our Circle 7 Quran, when I clearly speak of certain things, The Hebrew prophet is the rising star of wisdom defied. He brings to us the knowledge of secret teachings of Allah, and all the world will hear his words and glorify his name. So what's the Hebrew God name? I asked Morris, oh, what you mean? You ain't reading. You priests of the temple, Kavistu, stay, be still and listen. When he speaks, he is the living oracle of Allah, the living oracle of man. It's in your Circle 7 Quran, Morris. It's right there. The silent brotherhood of the East. The silent brotherhood of the East. It clearly talks about. What do it talks about? I'm not going to go all the way into it, but I'll give you a little bit of it. I'll give you a little piece of it. Chapter 14, the whole book is about Jesus, which is Joshua, going through the adapt chamber. I just read a little tittle of it. And we're going to get into this teaching, Morris, because we got to get it right. Chapter 14, Jesus, which is Joshua, received the mystic name and the number and passed the what? And passed the what? The first brotherhood test. Listen to this and get this clear. She said, one of the latest acts, does my Empress speak on certain subjects? And I got to be honest, I'll be one of my Empress to speak on a lot of things. She's building a certain area. My Empress does a lot of clothing. She does a lot of head wraps. So I'm getting her to show the public, and I really want her to start doing it, but it's on her time. It's on her time because that's Allah's will for her. That's Yahweh's will for her. But she's getting ready. But my Empress, she does clothing. She does custom t-shirts. She does custom jackets. And she's going to do a series, right, babe? Right? And she's going to show a lot of the Empresses how to do their hair wraps and a lot of the things that she does. Like she does. Babe, you got that jacket? Can you get that jacket with the Empress on the back? She's just going to show a jacket that she does. Whoa. She does jackets, man. She does everything. She does shoes. She does all type of stuff. The other one with the Empress on it too. This is some of the custom. Let me see if I can show this real fast, Empress. This is some of the custom blue jean jackets that she does. And she put Moorish Empress on it. She put the queen on the back. This is another one. This is one of my favorites right here. This is one of my favorites. I love this one. I love this one. And I'm getting my Empress to, step out and start showing and doing things. But yeah, she does it. She do custom shoes. She do custom jewelry. And like I said, most of our people are not just Moors. We deal with people, man, because we are on this earth. We had our temple out here. Oh, she spoke all the time. She had lectures. She talked about specific topics. Where's your one book, babe? The one with our Moorish sisters on it. Where's that book? Which one? The one that you was doing the topics on at the temple. No, the little book with the one that you got. Oh, here it goes. She went over these studies with the Empresses, and they're showing them things, the honor, and the man must honor his woman first. And when you become one in a union, it's not half, it's 100 and 100. My Empress, we share everything. This is 100%, 100 and 100, not 50-50. So she teach on a lot of things, man, but a lot of stuff we don't record. But yeah, Moors, this Hebrew master is the logos of the Holy One, the circle of human race, the 7 of time. It's right there. This is what our Circle 7 Quran is based off. Our Rosicrucian manual, our Apocryphal scriptures, I can't pull everything out, which is the Aquarian Gospels, and the Bible, and the Quran. Empress, I tell a lot of people, man, I take my spirituality so serious. And I got a couple brothers and sisters that are getting ready to move out here to Arizona. Their employment is switching. And I say, that's what we do. I'm here to build. That's why if I can get 10 to 15 dedicated women, we can change this whole movement. You give me 100 women and children, we can change the whole world. Period. Because that's what I'm about. I'm about the women and the children. Yes, Empress, you can order this manual. Let me see. That one. You talking about this one, Empress? Yeah, you can order this. You can order this right off Amazon. I share everything. If you can't get it off Amazon, if you don't want to order it from Amazon and you want to support us, I can get it to you for a small fee. Most of my books, when you look on Amazon, I don't charge more. Sometimes when you go on Amazon and they cost too much, what I'll do is I'll print them because I have a print press in my office, and I'll print them and package it and sell it to you for way cheaper. And I tell people, I'm a business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an author. You don't go to your job and someone tell you to work for free. You know what I mean, Empress? So I just tell a lot of more stop being niggardly. But you can get this off Amazon, Empress. Yes, you can. So let's get into this teaching, man. Because I got to go today, man. I picked up some hours at the Youth Development Institute where I love working. It's an honor and a privilege to work with the youth. But before we do this teaching, I got to show my books again. Because a couple of people was asking, how do we order our books? I'll say, download the Cash App to your mobile phone. Store our office number, 702-272-4775. You can get them PDF. If you don't want to pay the $33 or to donate the $33.50, the PDF is $16.50. But we have our book, Delectable Vegan Treats. Myself and my Empress put all these together. My Empress was like, honey, you got so much inside your brain and your hippocampus, put it in writing. And so we did. And our books fly off the shelves in other platforms. I just have to tell the truth. Healthy Living and Eating, where I show Moors how to work out. I give you specific workouts. I show you about the herbs to blend. You know, how to cure parasites and things. We got our You Are What You Eat. Eat good, look good, feel good. This is our vegan cookbook. This is our vegan cookbook. Sufism and the Triple Roll Adapt Chamber, featuring the Command and Adapt manual and the use of our carpenter tools. That's right in our Circle 7 Quran. The chemical element of, the essence of chemical element of Moorish archival. So if Moors want to know what this science is all about, I have the literature. I have the literature. And all our literature is tax exempt. You get a tax exempt receipt with it. Moors don't understand it. It's 501c3 all the way to 50c310. And so many Moors talk about, oh, we don't deal with 501c this and that. That's bullcrap. Do you hear me lying to the people? I know business. I have a bachelor's degree in business and finance. I have a master's in ancient history and ancient religion. I'm getting a PhD in indigenous people law and policy. I don't have no fake degrees. Black scholars, and understand that, who debunked it, Eurocentric propaganda. We got to put the literature out for our babies. We got to put the literature out. And you can cross-reference everything I say. You can cross-reference it. Moorish America's Light of Ali and the Moorish Adapt Study Guide, the House of Ali Mysticism, the Egyptian Adapt Prophet and Angel. So when Moors talking about what should I read and study, you should study the Circle 7 Quran, and then you should get the literature for you can stand strong. I have all the literature how the Moorish Science Temple was set up from the consulate, so you can diffuse everything. I got letters that was sent to George Bush that put it on notice. It's all real. I got the affidavit that the prophet signed at an affidavit in Chicago and Illinois. I got the letter that he established the Moors back in the 1900s with the mayor. It's all real. 14 Asiatic scientists in history. The interpretation of the divine creed of Moorish Islam, when Moors don't understand, I say we have a divine creed. The divine creed is first. The divine creed is first. I am royalty coloring book for our children of all ages. See, we got to have coloring books for our children can color, for they can see figures of themselves. And this one, I'm so proud. My Empress put this one together, man. And this is one of my favorites. I love this book. I take this book. I give them away to all the children when I do lectures at the elementaries. I love this book. I love this book. I love it, man. You know what I mean? We got to see figures of ourselves in royalty. In royalty. I mean, it's so much in here, man. There's so much in this book. Look at the empresses. We got to have figures for our babies, for they can see that they're beauty. You don't have to be naked and with your butt and all that hanging out to exhume essence of beauty. Look at the empresses with the head wraps on. You know what I mean? It's filled with it. It's filled with it. It's filled with it. It's filled with it, Empress. And then my latest book I'm coming out with is we got our financial literacy nonprofit. Last week I went on my alma mater college campus, Grand Canyon University, and I spoke to a lot of the athletes, and I thought it was only going to be a few teachers. I thought it was going to be a few athletes there. Man, they had to start bringing in chairs out the classroom. And what I taught is financial literacy. And the name of our nonprofit, Financial Literacy, is Do the Math Yourself. And I taught about what's gross and net. I taught them how to save a tittle of their money. Just like, for instance, I learned this late, and I'm glad my dad taught me about finances. I showed all them students. I asked them, raise your hand, how many of you work? All of them had jobs. I said, don't you know if you start saving $100 a month right now, when you get age 60, that's $1 million. If you're just 10 years late, that's only 300 grand. So that's why now a lot of my nonprofits and a lot of my businesses that I created, I'm catching up. I tell Moors, man, I don't do anything fake. I do it real. We have our own strength and conditioning and healthy eating and living. And we go to the schools and we teach more power. I have clients that I train how to work out and eat right, not a diet. Our Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School, where we teach metaphysics, we teach local and state and federal law, we teach committed adapt science, we teach alchemy, we teach healthy eating and living, we teach history, and we teach nonprofit small business startup. I mean, there's nothing fake about me, man. And we also have our custom t-shirts business. It's nonprofit. How we allowed to go into schools and teach this. And it's named after my brother, Agelani Custom T-shirt Printing. This is how we allowed to go into communities and in the schools and teach our babies how to do things. That's what we're supposed to do, man. That's what we're supposed to do. And so I go into schools just like I went to the elementary schools and I taught these babies how to establish their nonprofits and quick 30 accounts to build their business credit on the Duns and Bradstreet. And it works. You should see the letters that I get from a lot of the parents like, wow, what you're teaching is amazing. And that's why I say certain Moors I don't deal with, and it's all good. So let's get into this study. Let's get into this study. We got to put things in the atmosphere. And like I said, on Instagram, we only have, we say, should I have a non-U.S. citizen driver's license? Empress. I just did a lecture on that. I just did a lecture on the difference from the right to drive and the right to operate a motor vehicle, or the right to travel and the right to operate a motor vehicle. Two different things. And it's on your YouTube page. It's on my YouTube page, but I will do that again. Yes, you should have a driver's license, and I'm gonna give you a reason why it's regulated. Okay, here it is. We got someone that's alcoholic, and they driving on the streets, and their license suspended, and they say, "Well, I got the right to drive." Do you want this fool on the streets where he done killed people, or here it is? You got somebody with some raggedy car polluting the system. We don't want that. Certain things should be regulated. Yes, you have the right to travel. How? By boat, by horse, by any other motor vehicle. By any other motor vehicle. But see, Moors, they don't explain it all when they say you have the right. It's different things from rights and privileges. And I'll break it all down for you can understand. Hey, Empress, babe, I'm finna show you something. I want to get my driver's license. Hold on. Not my license, but my ID. Watch this. See, I'll never tell Moors to do something that I wouldn't do. Moors going around talking about it's certain things that they should tell you all when you're not for hire, and certain things that you don't have to have plates and things. But our prophet said, we are American citizens. We are of this world. I got it, babe. I'm going to show you something, Empress, real fast. All this is, let me see, I want to make sure our tax exempt number not on here. All this is our travel identification card. It's a travel identification card. See, most of the Moors that be talking stuff, they ain't telling you. A travel identification card. Does that put one back into slavery? I have never had a birth certificate. Man, you asking all the right questions. Now, let me see. I don't even want to pull, I'm going to pull something out, Empress. Yes, I am. Let me see. Let me see something. See, the thing about when you nationalize through the Moorish Science Temple, this is the thing about the Moorish Science Temple. You get your birth certificate, you get your adoption papers, you get your amnesty oath, you get your baptism papers. Empress, she gonna be like, boy, stop. Yes. Can you get that key and go in my safe and grab my all my papers? See, when you nationalize the right way, which is your birthright, that one right there. Right. Yeah. This is our amnesty of oath. If Moors don't have an amnesty of oath, They don't, they ain't operating right. We got our decrees. So research what an amnesty of oath is. But I want to show you specifically. You asking all the right. And this is what I teach in the temple. This is what I teach in our school. And when Moors want to come nationalize through the Moorish Science Temple. When I say, man, most Moors just lying. They just operating on spookism. But my Empress finna get all my papers before I can show you. But yes, none of that puts you back. You getting adopted. You're getting put back into your right auspices. You're getting put back in the right order. You're a part of a Bali politic. Moors just lying to you. And if you have certain things, you don't rock the boat. You have the right to identify. She said, what you say? I researched the temple here in Cleveland and I truly don't want to have anything to do with them. Can I go through another? Yes, because it's the Moorish Science Temple of America. It's not the Moorish Science Temple of Cleveland. And see, that's how Moors begin you caught up in their religious dogma. They're not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you the truth. The Moorish Science Temple, I give everybody all the numbers to the temples. A lot of these temples not even established right. That's why they can't do certain things. That's why they can't talk like I talk. I give Moors all the information. I'll give you the numbers to call. The phone numbers is 312-966-1770. Another number is 318-946-0656. I'll give you all the numbers to call the temples first. And I help people go through to nationalize the right way. Through Chicago. A lot of Moors are just printing their own cards, but it ain't come with no paperwork. It don't mean nothing. A lot of them are they with this UCC and all that stuff. UCC is bullcrap. We don't need that no more. This is facts. They playing with you. We got our nationality card. We got our nationality card. We got our nationality card. And we got our tax exempt card. Most of them goofball Moors don't even have tax exempt cards because they're not nationalized through the Moorish Science Temple of America. They don't have it. They're more say, oh, the Moorish Science Temple don't have a 501c3. You a damn lie. Excuse my language. You a damn lie. How you think the prophet was able to do things and operate in love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, and my 2 cents, health, and wealth? Yep, I got a temple out here. I had a temple. I had my own building out here for 3 years, Empress. I had Moors coming in. They didn't want to support. That's why I talk about Moors being niggardly. I do too much for Moors not to support. All I ask for $50 a month. That's $12.50 a week. If Moors can't do that, I got to kick you out. And it's just flat out. So I shut it down. And now we at the YMCA. We at the YMCA. And they want me there. I have so many people coming in. I teach real classes. I teach real classics. Hey, I'm going to stay away. Like I say, Empress, I don't want to hate on nothing. But I tell everybody, when you going through something, do the research just like if you was dating someone. Just like you was an investigator. Do the background. But you're not afraid. You being smart. You're researching it. All I say is, if it ain't the Moorish Science Temple of America, yes, babe. If it ain't the Moorish Science Temple of America, I don't know nothing about no RV, babe. I don't know nothing about it. Like I say, it ain't Moorish Science Temple of America. What do the cards say? Our ID cards, it got a lot on here. They don't tell us the truth. Let me see something. Let me show you something, Empress. Let me show you something real fast. I got to show this. When you go through the Moorish Science Temple of America, you get certain things to show you what's all on our ID cards and what it means. Ask more to demonstrate what they cards mean. They're not going to tell you because they don't know, because they're doing their own thing. They got you doing all this stuff and it don't mean nothing. It tell you what's on the back of our cards, on our nationality cards. It tell you what's all on it. It tells you why the 14th Amendment for protection, but it's useless because the 4th paragraph let the cat out the bag. It clearly states that the slaveholders never got paid for you, making you steal their property. And the only way that you can be free from the slaveholders, the executive will of the President Abraham Lincoln, must be carried out Emancipation Proclamation. That's why you must be adopted and back into the Moorish Science Temple. When I tell brother about due process and all that, they don't know. How long does it take? I don't want to go into FEMA camps. Empress, a lot of stuff is spookism. These Moors talk about this FEMA camp and you got these IDs, but it's not part of no body politic. It's just an ID. It's just an ID. When they look it up, you can look us up. This is old stuff. It's there. It's there. It's there. But Empress, I don't nationalize. Like I said, I have my own school and I give ID card for my school, but I nationalize through the Moorish Science Temple of America in Chicago. I give all the information. I can walk you through the steps. And see, when I got dealing with the Moor, I had to shut them goofballs down because they was practicing hate, talking like they Muslims. But I had to go through the temple. I flew out there. I talked to them myself. They was like, Brother Bay, you doing everything right. I said, I want to make sure I get nationalized. Didn't our prophet tell us, if you don't do anything, get nationalized? They don't want to share the information. But I got it. I'm going to show you something else. This right here, Empress, this right here shut all the haters down. This shut them all down. It shuts it all down. It tells you how the temple is set up. It tells you how you nationalize. It tells you everything. It tells you everything, how the prophet set the temple up. They don't want to tell you this. You got to be careful because everything is a type. The Moorish Science Temple of America was established as a religious corporation by filing the affidavit of organization. What is the organization? Our 1010 number. Look on my tribal ID. You see that 1010 number up top? You see that? You see that 1099? You see that? See, they don't want to tell you this, but I'll tell it all. Affidavit of organization, documented 10-10-5905, form 1099, recorded in the record of deeds office in the county of Cook, state of Illinois, on August 1st, 1928 AD at 2:52 p.m. At that time, through this affidavit, Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali gave birth to a free national government as an ecclesiastical body politic and corporate under the revised statute of the state of Illinois, chapter 36, section 36. Look at the science. July 20th, 1928 was on the third day in the beginning of a new moon during the sign of Virgo. August 1st, 1928 was the day of a full moon. Was it a coincidence on July 20th, 1928 AD that the prophet held a meeting, had an affidavit, notarized and recorded the affidavit on August 1st, 1928 AD at 2:52 p.m. Most of these Moors are not notaries of the public. What you doing? Look at what a notary of public is. You're able to do things in different jurisdictions. They're not going to tell you. The Hurd Smith Revised Statute, Chapter 32, and Act Concerning Corporations, Section 36, Religious Corporation Act, played a huge origin on establishing the Moorish Science Temple of America as an ecclesiastical body politic and corporate. How can any subordinate temple of the Moorish Science Temple of America not operate under the Hurd Smith Revised Statute, Chapter 32, Section 36? So go back into that temple of Chicago and ask them, say, are your temple, are you operate under the Hurd Smith Revised Status, Chapter 32, Section 36? Because this act clearly states that any church, congregation, or society formed for the purpose of religious worship may become incorporated in the matter of following by electing is crossed out, appointing according to its usage or customs at any meeting held for that purpose, 2 or more trustees was nothing but sheiks, ward and vestrymen, or such officer whose powers, duties are similar to those of trustees, as shall be agreed to the usage and the customs. I'm telling you, they lying to you. They lying to you. Empress, I need you. My Empress needs you. I'm telling you, they lying to Moors. It's things on the back of these cards that mean something. So I'm not here to this, what you say, whatever publishing that is, RV Bay, whatever. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about no RV Bay publishing. But I hear a lot of Moors. Hey, I'm just going to stay away from that because I ain't here to bash my brothers and sisters. I operate on positive vibes. But I heard a lot of things about RV Bay publishing. I don't even know who RV Publishing is. I don't know. But all I'm saying is I'm nationalized through the Moorish Science Temple of America, which is your birthright. And I assist Moors to do that. And I assist Moors to do that. I don't make any money off of it. When I do show brothers about the Moorish Science Temple, what they want to do, they just give me an offering for assisting them. And they say, well, what should I give? I say, whatever you want. You don't have to give me nothing. But they like how I assist and I stand truthful. I give Moors all the numbers to call and research for yourself. So we got about 20 more minutes on this, and I'm going to show you this, and then we got to get into this teaching. Empress, when you nationalize through the Moorish Science Temple of America, You get your Moorish Science Temple of America. You get your baptism papers. You got the address, 259 North Pulaski Road, Chicago, Illinois. Name given at birth, Kari Hakeem Goodman. Free name given at baptism, Noble K. Goodman Bay. True race, Asiatic. Nationality, Moorish American. Religion, Islamism. Our date, certificate, surety bond. One that possesses this baptism certificate has been redeemed, meaning brought back by illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali and delivered by and fee simple absolute deed. I don't want to go on and on, but you see that 1010 number on the bottom, don't you? I know you do. It's there. Here our 720 dispensation, our Muslim missionary decree, our certification, our missionary decree. It's there. I can't read it all because I got to get into the teaching. I'm going to show you some more. Here go our amnesty oath. Here go our amnesty oath. You see? Listen to this, Empress. By the power of this decree, it is so ordered and commanded by our illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali to register all nobles of the house of Bey to their title of nobility, pursuant to Leviticus 25:10. That's biblical. By the power of this decree, it is ordered and commanded by illustrious Moorish Americans are of the royal house of Judah, descendants of King David. What? But you got Moorish this in the biblical scriptures because they don't know. They lying to the people. Our 720 dispensation. Our noble decree, House of Bey, title of nobility. Our title of nobility. It's too much stuff. We just don't get ours. Our certificate of adoption. Here go our certificate of adoption. When you get adopted back, our certificate of adoption. You see? All the numbers on here. The Moorish Science Temple of America. I'll give you all the numbers here. 773-798-6215 or 318-946-0656. And see, I got caught up too looking at certain individuals. I'm like, oh, they not right. They not right. But then you got to get what you're supposed to get. You got to get what you're supposed to get. And then that's why the prophet said, we don't diss the temples. What we do, we make them right. We get nationalized and we put the ones that's not right on blast. If we know that and we move forward. And we create the right temples. We create the right temples. I have a school and I teach Moorish history. I teach everything. But yeah, but some of the temples are not right, Empress. I agree. A lot of them are not right. But you don't stop. You don't stop. That's just like when you're in a relationship and that relationship wasn't right. Do we stop? Do we stop looking for love? No. We go to the right one. We keep going until we find what's right. All Moors that wear a fez and a turban is not right. Because they don't study and they making up stuff. They giving you fake law. They don't even study law. They got you doing things yourself. They got you telling about, oh, you need to give up your American citizenship. And then if you don't have a citizenship in a different state or a different country, that means you an alien. You are home. You're already home. I'm telling you, man, you're already home. Period. So, with that being said, Empress, let's get into this teaching, man. Because I can go on all in the day. We can do this, man. We can eliminate all spookism. We can eliminate all spookism. They don't, and most Moorish, they don't want to deal with me because they know I'm going to tell the truth. And they know I'm going to crush their scam. They know it. They know I'm going to crush their scam. They know I'm going to crush all that fraudulent concealment that they do. Yes, babe. I crush all that fraudulent concealment that they do. What you need? You got the key, don't you? I crush that fraudulent concealment. A lot of when more they try to put fraudulent concealment on Europeans and on other systems. That's bull crap. Fraudulent concealment is when your own brother and sister hide information from you and got you filling stuff out. And if you knew better, you wouldn't even do that. That's fraudulent concealment. I study real law. I study real indigenous people law and policy. Research the doctrine of discovery. These Moors talk about they autotoxin and all that. Those still misnomers. The only thing that was recognized in the record was in the law of Congress is Moors. The Louisiana Purchase, all that. I got the maps, the ground plans. They know they gave land back to the Empress, to the Washita Moors. I got all the, I go to the museums. They know it, but they ain't gonna tell you that because they don't know. They got you talk about you got to go somewhere. No, you don't. I got all the maps. I got ancient maps. I got maps before the so-called Ice Age. Research a book called American BC. I forget where it's from. That's how people got to and fro. It was easy by boat. That's why they didn't want to give the indigenous people of Africa or Jerusalem because they right by each other. Don't we know the so-called state of Israel was created in 1948? I show stuff in one of my books, The Chosen People. Look, Empress. This is a picture of the Moorish Zionist temple of the Jews, of the Moorish Jews. This is 1928. You see in the back, what you see in the back of that picture? You see the American flag and you see the so-called Israel flag. This is 1928. This is before Israel was created as a state. You see the stole the brother on? That's the stole I have on. People not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth, but I am. I tell Moors the 5-point star and the 6-point star is all Moorish science. The pentagram is all Moorish. They don't know. They want to get you under their religious dogma. One nationality and many cultures. You see the brothers. You see the sisters. I show and prove. I shut that bull crap down. I shut all bull crap down. Just like the chosen ones. Just like when I show the chosen people. When I talk about turban and fez. When I talk about old time religion. Watch this, Empress. Watch this. And then we got to build. But I love what I do, man. That's why I'm so passionate of what I do. I'm gonna show you a picture. Look at the babies, how they being taught Hebrew. You see that? They did it on purpose. That's right. That's right. They do things on purpose to confuse you. Fraudulent concealment. I give all the research and be like, research it for yourself. And most don't want to study. I tell people, you ain't got to believe me because I'm a doctor and I don't want to practice malpractice. If I'm sincere and I'm sincerely wrong, I come right back and make it right. But I do the research. I do the studying so I know it's right. Watch this. Rabbi Ford in a turban. Turbans were commonly used in black spiritual churches and signified the mystical East. And signified the mystical East. And signified the mystical East when used by black religious magical workers. Look, Empress. See, they lying. They don't know. And then they dissing churches and the thing. I said, man, they don't even know. They don't even know about the Tawhido faith and all that. That's why when I say I'm welcome in all houses of religion, because I just teach truth. You don't have to like me. I give them all reference. Study it for yourself. That's Wentworth Matthews. You see what I'm saying? The chosen people. But people getting connotated. It is what it is, Empress. We reveal the truth. We eliminate all spookism. Period. I'm part of different societies, just like here. These are all ours. This is not no European nothing. Everything was stolen from us, and that's why they winning, because they using the secret teachings, just like myself. I use the secret teachings. I use the secret teachings. Moors be talking all this stuff about masonry, but then I say, is the European wearing the fez? Is it their study? Nope, it's ours. That's why they wear the fez in clandestine. That's why it's political and religious. Not for us. They know it. That's why Masons, Prince Hall, I don't care what they are. They bow down to Muslims. That's why they call themselves sons of Muslims. Period. Period. Moors, if they got a fez on and a turban on and they don't understand the 32 and 33 degrees, which is just a level above freezing, they ain't righteous. I told you, I take it to 99. Ancient primitive rite in Memphis. All this is ours. These signs and symbols, what I wear, when I go to certain places, when I teach at the temples and at the mosques, they know. When I talk to European Masons, they know all the science. That's why you think when they have their fez on and they have Allah and Mecca and Algeries, why you think the Asiatic woman is on there with a knife? Because they ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you. I'm telling you. They ain't gonna tell you. Some of your own brothers and sisters got taken an oath. Not me. I stand strong, man. I stand strong. I ain't afraid of nothing. And I challenge all bull crap. The reason why certain individuals are winning, because they got the secret science. They using it and applying it to their life. And Negroes think they can put a fez and a turban on and stand with their feet wide open, talk about they standing on their square. That ain't jack. That's just outward symbols. But what's inside, that don't mean nothing if you already know hate. That's why most of them can't go certain places. Because they think they so privileged. I go all places, Empress. And when I say all places, I go all places and teach in love. I go to the Jewish churches. I go to the temples. I go to my Ethiopian brothers, my Tawhido faith. I go to the so-called mosques with my Imam brothers. And brother, a lot of stuff you revealed and they didn't know. They didn't even know the Nation of Islam passed out ID cards. I show and improve. I show them all this stuff. Look, Empress. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. And they should have this. And they don't even have the literature I have. I'm gonna show you something that was. Listen to this. This was passed out to all my Muslim brothers. I love y'all. I have family in Florida that's Nation of Islam. I teach them. They was like, why they hide all this stuff from? I said, you got to go ask your people. Written and sent to all students in the ministry of Islam in the wilderness of North America by Elijah Muhammad, servant of Allah, dated 4/2/1936, and then reestablished 1/18/1963. It tells everything. The top of it is the real Indian is the Negro, aka the Blackamoor. They know this. It's too much science in here. Listen to this, Empress. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. One of the 25,000 identification cards given out by Master Fard Muhammad in Detroit and Chicago from 1930 to 1934 for registered Muslims. For registered Muslims. Kindly retain, it says, the bearer is a registered Muslim. Look at this. It's there. It's there. You see that? You see that identification card, Empress? You see that? So what you got, the next question you got to do is like, why are they not teaching this? Because Elijah Muhammad was Elijah Poole Bay. I got all the documents. You see him with his fez on. You see him with his fez on. You see him. Noble Drawley was hid in history. Noble Drawley was hid from brothers and sisters. They know it. They know it. I study all their stuff. And when I talk to them, I show them. Listen to this. Watch this, Empress. Listen to what they believe. We believe in one God whose proper name is Allah. Allah is arm, leg, arm, head. That's us. But that's a whole nother story. I'm going to skip to 3. We believe in the truth of the Bible. What? What? You heard that? We believe in the truth of the Bible. So when you ask them that, when you ask a Muslim, do they believe in the truth of the Bible? And they say no. Oh man, you got to step away. You got to step away. We believe in the truth of the Bible, but we believe that it has been tampered with and must be reinterpreted so that mankind will not be snared by the falsehoods that have been added to it. That's what I teach. When I show you all these books that was added, the Novus Testamentum, all those books, when I show you the Old Testament Apocrypha, the New Testament Apocrypha, all the Hebrew scriptures, the Pentateuch and the Haphras, the Nag Hammadiah, when we have 613 mitzvahs, yeah, 42 laws of my act. But I can go deeper. They're not going to teach you. They're not going to teach you. The Book of Gad and Seer, clearly explained that Islam, Catholic, is the same understanding periods. When I show you all my dispensation books of the Byzantine Empire, that's when Muhammad walked the earth. He married Khadijah. Her cousin was Werigwar, a high Roman priestess. They know it. The pen was changed from short and brown to tall and white. Reading the Bukhari Hadith and read that. Reading the Bukhari Hadith where it's talk about if you dream of a black woman, it's an evil omen. And they call you raising heads. And they try to explain, certain Muslims try to justify that. The pen was changed. I got all the old documents. And I'm cool with Islam Muslims. A lot of professors, and they say, man, that's telling the truth. But I pull out the documents and prove it. That real Islam was Sufism. But they don't teach that. They don't teach the eso and the exoteric. They don't teach it, but I do. But I do, Empress. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we got to teach this teaching now. Now that I'm done demonstrating. Now I'm done demonstrating. Now we got to do this teaching. So what we're going to do, we're going to end this one because we only get an hour on Instagram. And so log right back on. Now I'm going to do the teaching because I don't want to confuse them because this is going to be uploaded on YouTube. Actually, it's live on YouTube right now. Log right in, Empress, and we're going to do this teaching about the duality of the brain. Get your pen. This is going to be amazing. I teach this science. How things are allegory and parables and symbology. Things are connotated, you know, about haram or beef. They're not going to tell you about all that. So log right back on and we finna teach this teaching. Peace.